We're back at that station again. See what the heck is going on in the streets. Sure, gotta arrest a few folks. Gotta take out the blackjack, whip a few folks. Nah, I'm just playing. But look, we got this joint right here. Say Fat Joe denies bleep with minors, allegations raised, and $20 million lawsuit. And what's the rest of it say? E-News. Okay. Take a look at the face of the perpetrator. No, let me stop. I don't know what's going on. I'm in the dark like the rest of you. See what's cracking with it. So we got commercials and junk. Hold on, let's go past that.
The rapper groom, isolate, and sexually exploit minors while employed by his company. A lawyer for Fat Joe, whose real name is Joseph Antonio Cartagena, fired back, calling the suit a blatant act of retaliation. Attorney Joe Tacopina tells E! News in a statement June 20th, the allegations against Mr. Cartagena are complete fabrications, lies intended to damage his reputation and force a settlement through public pressure. Mr. Cartagena will not be intimidated. In Dixon's complaint submitted to court June 19th, he accused Cartagena of exploiting him sexually and financially during his 16-year employment. Dixon alleged Cartagena forced him to perform more than 4,000 sexual acts to maintain his standing in the company, saying in the suit that the alleged stunts were designed to degrade and exert control under the guise of loyalty tests. The lawsuit reads, sexual acts were induced not by choice but by fear, dependency, and fraud. Each encounter carried an unspoken message: refuse and you lose everything.
Say no and lose everything.
In one alleged instance, the complaint said Dixon's travel plans were abruptly canceled and he was stranded in a foreign country without any money after refusing to participate in a sex act. Fearing financial punishment, professional sabotage, and physical retaliation, the complaint said Dixon often complied with Cartagena's alleged demands, including unpaid labor in songwriting.
Oh, so you did it, huh?
Tour management, and
shouldn't this guy be in trouble? Never mind.
Security. During his employment, Dixon alleged that he also witnessed Cartagena engage in sexual relations with children 15 and 16 years old.
Whoa!
Dixon is seeking up to $20 million in damages for unpaid performance wages, lost per diem, stolen publishing revenue, unpaid royalties, and physical and emotional injuries, according to the lawsuit. However, Cartagena's attorney, Joe Tacopina, tells E! News
he want money for all that? Did this dude even have an album?
That Dixon's suit is a desperate attempt to deflect attention from a civil complaint the MC filed in April, accusing Dixon and his lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, of extortion and slander. Tacopina says, we didn't just sue a disgruntled former employee trying to revive a false claim from 15 years ago. We sued the lawyer behind it all. We have taken legal action to expose this fraudulent campaign and hold
also they think you're working with the lawyer.
Everyone involved accountable. E! News has reached out to Dixon's attorney for comment, but hasn't heard back.
It's possible, though. It might be a setup. Shoot, I don't know. Yeah, it might be a setup. You never know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know out here, man. Like Anthony Anderson said on Exit Wounds. Yo, it's 5-0. It's a setup. Everybody start running. One of the dudes grabbed a chainsaw. I was like, these dudes crazy. Hold up.
Hit with an explosive.
Hold up, man. I'm trying to see what it say. Okay, it's a Fat Joe, former hype man, alleges. Oh, you're a hype man. Rapper forced him into thousands. Sheesh. Let's see what this one's saying. Probably the same thing.
Fat Joe has been hit with an explosive $20 million lawsuit for allegedly coercing his ex-hype man into thousands of sexual acts. In a graphic 157-page lawsuit, Terrence T.A. Dixon accuses Fat Joe, whose legal name is Joseph Cartagena, of more than a decade of abuse. The details so disturbing that there's a big trigger warning in the red on the first page of that filing. Dixon alleges that in the lawsuit, Cartagena forced him to, quote, humiliating situations, including sex acts, performed under duress and surveillance. Dixon claims he personally witnessed Cartagena engage in sexual relations with girls.
So they're trying to make some tapes? What's going on?
He was 15. one of whom Cartagena was allegedly in love with and contemplated leaving his wife for.
So
The attorney
damn.
for Cartagena says the lawsuit is a blatant act of retaliation. NBC's David Romo is on the story for us. And Stephen, Cartagena initially sued Dixon, and now Dixon is suing Cartagena. Both sides are trading allegations.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot of allegations here, but the lawsuit filed today has a lot more graphic content, if you will, Tom. Cartagena actually sued Dixon back in April on allegations that, as a former employee, he was trying to extort him for money. Well, Dixon's suit that was filed today is a lot more than just a typical employment dispute. The complaint does accuse Cartagena of underpaying him, but it goes on.
Oh, look who he's sitting next to. Look at this here. Not to cut the video short, but look who he's sitting next to. Interesting.
Paying him, but it goes on with many more allegations claiming.
Wait, hold up. All right, continue.
Cartagena would bring women to hotel rooms and make Dixon have sex with them in front of him and others. It also alleges that Cartagena would fly underage girls into the U.S. from Europe and that he paid for plastic surgery for one of them and claimed that the minors were frequently cut off financially and discarded when they became non-compliant. Now, Cartagena...
Damn, my man must think this is one of those Middle Eastern countries. You're in the wrong country for that, homie. You better be careful.
And his attorney claiming that those claims in this lawsuit are complete fabrications and lies, and saying, quote, the lawsuit filed by Tyrone Blackburn and Terrence Dixon is a blatant act of retaliation, a desperate attempt to deflect attention from the civil suit we filed first. Of course, referencing that lawsuit originally filed back in April, Tom.
So we have another famous rapper being hit with a RICO charge, and we talked about Sean Diddy Combs' trial earlier in the newscast. He's also, of course, being accused of building a criminal empire here, and several of the people connected to this lawsuit have ties to other big cases, including Diddy's.
Yeah, a lot of the players involved have connections to these cases. Joe Tacopina representing Joe Cartagena. Of course, that's Fat Joe. He's also represented a lot of other big clients, including President Donald Trump, A$AP Rocky. He actually turned down representing Sean Diddy Combs. Then we have Tyrone Blackburn there on the right, who is right now representing Dixon, but he is also representing music producer and rapper Lil Rodney in a separate case that is against Diddy. The lawsuit filed by Dixon is a...
And that Lil Rodney dude known as Lil Rod or some sort, I was like, yo, that's a strange name, but hey, I don't know.
RICO case, unlike Diddy's, which of course is a criminal RICO case, but there is a lot of crossover in these allegations.
It's kind of head spinning, actually, Stephen. Thanks very much.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or...
Yeah, something like that. Thanks for the information. NBC, CNN, whatever it is. Look. 12-year-old. What? A tragic short life. Oh my goodness. That's a crazy story. That child was on... Alright, keep it moving. Can't say certain things on your own thing. Damn, look at kid. Sentenced to 35 years, bro. Damn, after boasting on social... Hey, put that in the list, bro. Put that in the list. Yo. These stories getting more and more out of hand, man. Jeez, kid. Let's see what they saying in the comments, dog. What's that? Inside Puffy's white parties. What really happened? Shit, I don't know. That's a long video. Let me see. Let's keep moving down. We got 2,400, almost 2,500 comentarios. Okay, we say, okay, it says starting to feel like an episode of Oprah. You get a lawsuit, you get a something like that. Everybody getting hit with that joke, except for pop stars and rock stars. Country stars ain't either. Hey, that's part of the culture. That's part of like the hip hop culture, to be flashy as heck, to brag about this, brag about that, to just go all out. Just doing too damn much. Part of the culture. They do too much and they wind up arrested for it. I'm not saying Joe did this or not, but if he did, I wouldn't be surprised. Working 9 to 5 ain't too bad now. Yes, facts. Freak that joke. That famous joke. It get to your it get to your noggin, man. Your medulla, or whatever they call it. It get to it. Not at first. At first you be humble. But then you get too many thumbs up, too many good jobs, too many you're the best, and then you start to believe it. You might get a few, you are God to me. You get a few of those. At first you like, nah, man. There's only one God. You get a few more of them. Now you like, maybe I am a God. And then, hey, from there, now you think you're untouchable. Until you get touched. You know what I'm saying? Until you get touched by the hand of the Most High. And you get humbled instantly. It says, wow, sometimes it's better to just be a regular citizen. I'm saying. This famous Hollywood stuff is too weird. I'm saying, man. Junk going down left and right. Whoa, side to side. Who's singing that song? I heard she was a witch, the girl that sang that song. There are no underage women. They are teenage girls, not women. Shoot, they were calling them children. I was like, I don't know. You know, as a child, like nobody never told me that, being a child is the same as a teen. Nobody never told me that. But nowadays, all of a sudden, they saying it. All of a sudden, it's the same thing. You have adults that even calling themselves children now, calling themselves kids. I'm like, what the heck is going on today? That's weird. Adults are being called kids. Teenagers are being called kids. I'm like, who the heck is an adult here? Who the heck is a teen here? I don't know. Somebody say Rick Fagio as he want. Wow. See how they so quick with it? He said, wow, they quick with it. They quick to believe this joke, man. I don't believe none of it. Why? Because I wasn't there. You know, I take Exodus 20 serious. I take the whole Bible serious. Right? Even the Apocrypha. I take all that serious. Of course, certain books that they add on to the Apocrypha, I don't take serious. You know, like 2nd, 3rd, 4th Enoch. The first Enoch, yeah, I take that serious. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, it's questionable. But I take Exodus 20 serious, man. When they say, thou shalt not bear false witness. Yo, I wasn't there, so I ain't about to add on anything to this chunk. And say, oh, he did this, he did that. I don't know. Even if the media be like, oh, they're guilty of this, I still don't know. I'm not an investigator. I'm not on the investigation team. I didn't see anything. I just keep it honest. Like Tory Lane's up in that mud. Yeah, hey, free Tory. But somebody said this gives lean back a whole new meaning. Whoa! Yeah, okay. I see what you're doing. You freaked up for that one. Somebody said, do rich people have any other hobbies? Hell no. It's like Charleston White said in that interview. He said, rich sex is not the same. This poor sex, it just ain't. It's not. You can afford to do this and do that and do this and do that. And most of them, they don't freaking do the whole one night stand thing. Heck no. They only do that with other celebrity women. Shoot, most of the time, if they get with a normal chick, that's a hooker. Let's just keep it honest. They said in music for years, in code, they kept saying, it ain't tricking if you got it. They're basically saying that, it don't count as, the P word that ends with stushin if you're rich. That's what they were saying for years. Took me a long time to catch on to what they were trying to say. I was like, so y'all was putting it in the tracks. Thought people ain't gonna recognize what y'all was saying. We know now. Somebody said 50 is going to have a field day with this one. He in the picture with the dude. What the heck? Out of here with that. Somebody said Cat wasn't lying. Yeah, he wasn't lying about some things, but most of the things he said we already knew. Most of the same things he said we already knew. We already had suspicion of. Cat, You gotta remember, Cat, 50, all these guys, they still on the other guy's side. They ain't on our side. Cat told you to your face. They guy's side and the other side. Well, not to your face, but he told Shannon Sharp to his face. Even though he on Shannon Sharp's side. He was being interviewed by him. And then you got people in the comment section saying, oh, he's talking about Shannon Sharp. I'm like, dude, he's right there with Shannon Sharp. Put two and two together. You ain't gonna catch one of us up there. Cause we real people. We ain't bought and sold like these other people that's up there. The heck? And I know they'll say, oh, you just a hater, whatever. The transition from the reporter saying humiliating situation to Fat Joe dressed as Barney. Huh? Dressed as... You sure? I didn't catch that. Somebody said he was dressed as Barney. You lying. You lying. He didn't say that. You probably misheard it. 2025 is wild. Shoot, every year has been wild since the fall in Eden. Here we go. That's what I'm saying. Here we... Oh, they said here we go as in they celebrating. What the frick? Somebody is safe now. Nah. Correction, no man is safe. How many females you see end up in a situation like that? Wasn't they accusing Lizzo or some junk? All of a sudden, everybody forgot. So nah. Every man is unsafe. Every woman is safe still. You know, they accuse Beyonce of some crazy ish too. You know what I'm saying? The heck? You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that story when she did that girl's cat? Kim the drummer. I forget her last name, so I just call her Drummer. Kim the drummer. She claimed that Beyonce took her cat and did something strange with it. And then her cat was no more. Ash to ash, dust to dust. Somebody said the Cassie and Puffy cases giving people ideas. I see. What the heck giving people ideas? What you mean? Like, oh, motherfuckers trying to hustle. Yeah, I see what he's saying. I think that's what he's saying. Yeah, they're trying to hustle the system. Somebody said shaking my head. A new law in NY that allows any allegations, no matter how old it is, to be brought to light and sue the party involved. Yeah, something like that. Somebody said the problem is the way things are now. Once that kind of allegations hit your doorstep, whether they are true or not, they are accepted as facts. There you go. There you go. It's the Me Too. Yes, it came in a different form. Yes. Yes, it's that movement all over again. Somebody said, seems like you have the wool over your eyes. Somebody said false accusations are not unheard of. Unless you have solid reasons to believe he is guilty, it's weird to outright reject the possibility of a money grab. Exactly. That's how you know these people got hate within their hearts. They've been hoping a long time that these people fell off because they just thinking in their minds, I freaking hate my job, hate my life. Why can't I be rich like these other people? Why can't I be successful like them? Because you're too busy watching TV. That's why. You're too busy watching TV. You're too busy gossiping with other people. You're just wasting time. That's what you're doing. You're wasting time. These other people ain't wasting time. You wasting time looking at them. They ain't wasting their time looking at you. And I know people say, well, that's how it's supposed to be. They're famous. You're not. I'm like, dude, it don't matter who they are. They're people like y'all. Like, you shouldn't be wasting your time just staring at these people's Instagram accounts. They're not going to stare at yours. Put your focus elsewhere. Should read your Bible or something. You know, the people staring at these people Instagram, just hoping and wishing in their mind. Maybe I can wish it into happening. Nah, that's not how it works. Nah. Somebody said, man, 50 gonna have a field. Yeah, you already said that. Oh, somebody else already said that. Somebody said, I wonder how many of y'all gonna have a field day once 50 get caught up himself in some ish. Matter of fact, they're gonna probably be quiet. They're gonna be like, I can't believe this. If it happened to him, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd just be like, only thing that would be going through my head is Cat saying God's side and the other side. All the people, man. All those people, they're not on God's side. They ain't. They are not. Even the people you think are, they are not. They're still in that industry. They're still promoting music, promoting shows that have ungodly activity going on in them. Man, come on, man. Y'all gotta think deeper than that, man. Y'all gotta use more discernment. People be tripping these days. They really think it's a good. They really think it's a good and bad, or a good versus bad, but then a bad industry. Use your head. Use your head. People tripping, man. You know damn good in that industry. You gotta be bad to get in the industry. Checking about no damn. Even the puppet situation, man, that's more than meets the eye. They're just showing you what they want you to think it is. Something else happened. Ye can't say too much, you know. Otherwise, Ye family probably in danger. And Ye himself. That's more than meets the eye, man. They're just telling you what they want you to think. And then people buying it too. They're like, oh yeah, this is what happened. I'm like, I don't think that's what happened, man. I don't think that's what happened. I'm sure you have celebrities that slap more than one chick. They show Puffy slapping one chick. I guarantee you have celebrities, right, that slap by 10 of them. They ain't gonna never get in trouble. Because they didn't get into it with their boss. I don't know if people don't understand this junk, dog. I mean, I don't have proof of it, but shoot, that's just what I believe, though. That's that bro looking like Barney. So as I'm glad I'm not rich and famous. You know what people will say though? Well, you can be rich and famous. This won't happen to you. Shoot, this can happen to anybody if you're rich or famous, and if you don't do what they tell you to do. I mean, that's just what I think. I could be wrong about everything I'm saying though. I could be wrong, but I am an outsider, so I don't know. It's just what I think. I think this can happen to literally anybody. Kurt Franklin, it could happen to. TD Jakes, it could happen to. And people be like, those guys are Christians, man. They would never shoot. They could get any of those guys. All that it takes is you not listening. So the big prom wife gonna love this. To be honest, they'd have got big prom by now too. He'd have been locked up too if he was still around. What I heard he was putting the backhand, just laying it down. You know what I'm saying? Upon his wife's face. I mean, that's what I heard. I hope it ain't true, but hey. Somebody said today's lawsuit is not yesterday's lawsuit. Facts. That's what they using it as, though. Shoot. Transfer of wealth up in this mug, man. Some of y'all think Puffy's telling? Probably. I won't be surprised if there's still more of these celebrities following these types of. I'm saying, man, I think all of these dudes low key, man. So many DL brothers in the business. I mean, they never told us exactly what those 4,000 bleep acts were. They just said he forced them to do like over 4,000 acts. They never said how. Man. And then you saw in that report how they had BBL listed. I'm like, damn. So he got 15 and 16-year-olds BBLs, bro. I mean, sheesh. When it come to that, though, let me see. This is the reason why he might not get arrested for this junk. And hey, what's this? In most U.S. states, the age of consent for bleep activity is 16 or 18. See, it said most and most. See, that's the reason he might not get locked up. He might not get locked up at all. Most. And then the women, they didn't come out and say he did anything. It's just this guy. That's why it's kind of hard for me to believe. It's just this guy talking. But who knows? At any given time, he could probably find some women to claim that it was them that it happened to. They could orchestrate this really well. And then most of the public will say, "Oh yes, it's true. Me, I'm just gonna say, hey, I don't know, cause I really don't know. I'm an outsider. See this? They didn't even put 17. They put this number instead, 16. Matter of fact, let me see. How many? Oops. Yeah. How many of them is 16? Oh, look at that. See, he definitely ain't getting locked up. You think he getting locked up? Look, if he gets locked up, it's because he disrespected one of his bosses. They bet what boss? Why you asking me? I don't know. These people ain't gonna show themselves for what? What's the point of being above the law? You can't show yourself. Then you gonna end up locked up. That's why they make these guys the face, and they blindly accept it. 'Cause, you know, they prey on people that's desperate to get out of their hood. You know, them boys like, man, I'm tired of living here, man. I have a different homie that get gunned down every day. I want to move away. You know, they're like, what can you do, son? Do you have like a talent of any sort? I can rap. They're like, oh yeah. Okay, yeah, spit a little bit or something, man. Yeah, I want to hear some of your rap. Yeah. They spit it and they're like, in their mind, it's like, damn, these lyrics are so destructive. I could definitely make some money off this. Oh yeah, man, I got a studio, you know that. For real? Yeah, I got a studio. You can come to the studio. Yeah. You get some lunch. You know, lunch is on me. Yeah, get some lunch and all that. See what we can do, man. Shoot. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. You play it to win, damn it. You play it to win. Who the heck gonna play it to lose? Who? The only people who play it to lose are the people who get in the rap game and rap about what they rap about. Surround themselves who they surround themselves with so they can have better opportunity to make more money rather than just get out the damn game like Chameleon did. He just got out. He got out for a reason. He was in and out. Otherwise, they would have caught him riding dirty. And he'd probably been facing the same time Puffy did. Hey, you get in and out. That's it. It's like, look, this music game is no different than a dope game. You get the freak in, you get the freak out. Stay in if you want to. Either you're going to end up in a morgue or you're going to end up in prison. It's simple. It's simple as that. But I might get up out of this job, man. I don't want this video to be too damn long, man. Let me see. Which one I was going to read? Leave out with a verse or two, like I always do. Hey, where's it at? Wait, what's this? Which verse is this? Oh, that ain't the right one. Oh, I think it's this one over here. Damn, all these advertisements popping up. Okay, we got that 1 Corinthians 6:18, and it reads, "Flee from bleep immorality or other sins a person commits are outside the body, but whoever sins bleep sins against their own body." You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. So stay away from that. Especially if you're rich, boy. If you're rich and you keep engaging in this junk, it's only going to get worse. Because you can afford as many freaks as you can. So poor dude, his mind ain't going to get too effed up, really. You know, maybe off of watching it on, you know, on those tube sites, maybe that. But, oh boy, it's different. You get to do what you see on the tube sites in real life. Oh, man. You better lose your mind. Literally, you about to lose your mind in your soul in doing that junk. Hopefully this ain't true, what they're saying about Joseph. But, hey, it just might be. And if it is, I won't be surprised. Because in my eyes, I think 95% of the industry doing the same thing. Heck yeah. Especially in the music industry, man. They definitely doing the same thing, man. All the people effed up in the head, man. Come on, let's keep it honest. But hey, keep them in prayer, you know. Don't talk down on them or none of that. And don't try to discourage them or anything. Keep them in prayer. You know. All that. Because there's no way that industry is clean. Neither is the movie industry. That's showbiz for you. It's dirty. It's dirty. It ain't dirty. It's dirty. But look, we got the John 3:36 right here. I'll leave y'all with this one. Whoever believes in the Son has eternal life, but whoever rejects the Son will not see life, for God's wrath remains on them. Sounds like fire and brimstone to me. It's not what you want. It's not what you want. So you get right today. Not tomorrow. Today. ASAP. As soon as you can. You know, get baptized. For the remission of sins. In Jesus' name. Acts 2:38. You got the John 3:36 right here, you know. May peace be upon you all and blessings.